Bills have broke ground on a new stadium, which includes a 30-year lease and a non-relocation agreement.
Yeah.
Now, Buffalo, the second smallest market in the NFL.
Yep.
Are they an underrated market?
By far. I mean, if I had to root for a team other than the team I grew up with, I would root for the Bills. The Bills Mafia is amazing, and we kind of saw it with the DeMar Hamlin injury,
Right.
the outpouring of support for his foundation.
They feel like the underdog.
But they're passionate about.
Yeah.
I mean, it's on the field, and I don't know about jumping on tables and all that nonsense they do in the parking lot. But if there's an NFL cause, charity cause that needs their support or money, Bills Mafia is always there. So, yes, like you said, second smallest market to Green Bay, but some of the biggest hearts and biggest passion in the league. So, good for them. Broke ground on a stadium that will be ready in 2026.
Okay.
63,000 seat stadium. Can't wait to see it because it says it's open air because Buffalo likes their weather. Yet there's going to be a huge canopy to protect fans from the weather. So
Okay.
I'm not sure what that's going to
Maybe
look
kind
like.
of like SoFi Stadium. They
Maybe.
kind of have that
Yeah,
same
yeah.
thing. It's like open
Different
air.
weather than SoFi.
Yeah, a lot.
Can't wait to see it. Good
yeah,
for Bills.
it's going to be great. The New England Patriots have started their mandatory minicamp. What are you hearing about the rookies?
The Patriots make a lot of news out of OTAs. First of all, they got fined. Belichick got fined $50,000. They got docked 2 OTAs for having too many meetings. I'm like, what are they doing? You can only learn so much in OTAs, right? I mean, let's talk about this in December. Remember who was good at OTAs will be like, what?
Yeah.
Of course not.
That's so true.
But the old phrase, who's turning heads at OTAs?
Right.
And the Patriots have one. It's 6th round draft pick. Demario Douglas,
Okay.
Receiver from Tiny Liberty University.
Wow.
And speaking of tiny, he's 5'8", 170.
Dang.
So he's mean in the NFL. Now, stop me if you've heard this one before.
Okay.
5'8", undersized, quick slot receivers for the Patriots. Wes Welker, Julian Edelman, even Danny Woodhead. So the Patriots are looking for that type of guy. Now
maybe they're hoping and wishing he'll pan out like those guys.
They can just get Tom Brady to throw to him, then he'll probably be a good slot receiver.
Okay, so there were some players during the 2022 season that didn't have such great seasons.
Yeah.
Let's call these players bounce back candidates.
Okay.
Is there a quarterback that is a bounce back candidate?
I'm running out of fingers thinking about this today. Russell Wilson in Denver, of course.
Okay.
Historically horrible year.
Anything better than horrible will be a bounce back.
But here comes Sean Payton, and he's going to bounce back, right? He's going to have a better season.
We'll see.
But I look at a guy who we kind of forget. He won MVP of this league as recently as 3 years ago. And last year, of course, he got hurt. Then he had the contract imbroglio that spilled into the offseason. Lamar Jackson.
Right.
He's got some weapons. He thinks he's happy now. He got paid as his own agent.
He's got his guys.
Yeah. and he's healthy. Lamar Jackson, he could be back to MVP again. Right. He's still young and he had a horrible year last year. So.
I got one more for you. Maybe Matthew Stafford.
Matthew Stafford's another one. Who you can't. Those guys all fall the umbrella of can it get any worse? So not really. Mike Jones of New England had a horrible year last year. Now he's got offensive coordinator. So lots of candidates. Told you I ran out of fingers.
Let's stick with this topic, the bounce back candidates for running back position in 2023.
I'm going to stick with, we talked about Matthew Stafford and what a horrible year the Rams had coming off that Super Bowl. But a running back, Cam Akers. Now, tore his Achilles in 21. He was a starting guy. He was a Pro Bowl guy. So had a bad year. Then he got in the doghouse out there in L.A., Sean McVay's doghouse.
Yeah.
But the end of the year, week 13, when the Rams were out of it, and let's just throw Cam Akers in there. And he looked like the old Cam Akers.
Yeah.
So again, he was very productive the last 5 weeks of the season when it was meaningless, but he's number one running back going in. So look for the Cam Akers of 2023 to look like the one of 2020 and 2021.
Well, that would be fun, especially for a lot of fantasy football.
It's like a bounce back, isn't it?
It's like a bounce back. Okay, there are some NFL free agents that is still on the market, and maybe some that are surprising to you.
Yeah. DeAndre Hopkins, number one, but not really surprising. I mean, he's got lots of suitors.
Yeah. I think he just turned 31 years old today.
Just turned 31. That's good. He's getting for a good birthday present pretty soon. Probably won't sign it. If I'm him, I'm not signing to the team until training camp.
Yeah.
A couple of guys that are out there that you're like, these guys are probably, they've got some tread left on the tire. They're getting up there, but they're still worth a roster spot. The NFL is all about putting the quarterback on the ground, and a guy like Jadeveon Clowney's still out there.
Yeah, interesting.
11 sacks with the Browns the last 2 years. Now, again, he's 30. He's not a three-down guy, but a pass rushing specialist. I think he's worth a roster spot. And you got two running backs kind of in that same mold. They're both 28, but Ezekiel Elliott and Kareem Hunt.
And Leonard Fournette.
And Leonard Fournette. Those guys are, again, they're not anxious to take part in OTAs probably.
Right.
But, you know.
They're probably fine with waiting.
Yeah, but an injury happens, or you need a short yardage back. I mean, it's not like they're 58, they're 28. I
Right.
mean, they still, come training camp, those guys will have a roster spot.